Good evening. My name is Tom Perloff, and this is my video discussion board recording about a student that I will be observing and conducting a functional behavior assessment for as part of this class, and how I'm going to be collaborating with the speech and language teacher. First, I wanted to just briefly describe the student a little bit. The student's name is HG. HG is in third grade. From kindergarten through the end of second grade, HG was in a special day class. And in addition to being a special day class, he was receiving speech and language services. At the end of this past school year, the IEP team decided to change the placement of HG from special day class into RSP. And HG is currently receiving 120 minutes of pull-out SAI support. In addition, he is also receiving speech and language services. Because HG had transitioned from a special day class into RSP for the school year, we were required to hold a 30-day review of placement IEP. That IEP happened to have occurred this past week. In addition, HG is due for a 3-year educational evaluation this year, and HG is also due for a 3-year speech evaluation. The 3-year speech evaluation is a very natural and logical way for me to be able to touch bases with the speech and language teacher, since she's going to be requiring my teacher input. In addition, the speech and language teacher will be performing observations in my class, and the speech and language teacher and I have already reached out prior to this assignment that we are setting a time to talk about this student in the next week or two. There's a couple of problem behaviors that I want to be observing. They happen to have come up at the 30-day IEP this week. They may sound serious, but in fact, they aren't, in the ultimate scheme of things compared to global warming, all that big of a deal. They're both centered around working in a group. HG is working with groups in his general education class with 3 other students, and he's having a little bit of difficulties when he's doing that. One of the things that HG is having trouble with is accepting other points of view other than his own. That he believes that he has the only correct idea, and what he will do is that he will get belligerent and fairly impolite to the other students in his group when they are attempting to express other ideas. The second behavior that I want to be looking at as part of a functional behavior assessment is the fact that they're working with him to be able to allow other people to be in charge of the group. HG believes that he needs to be in charge of all of the groups, and that the group needs to do entirely what he says. So that, as I said, that this assignment is coming at this assignment for a functional behavior assessment is coming at an absolutely terrific time. We had just met as an IEP team this past week, with a couple of targeted behaviors had come up. The speech and language teacher and I have already made contact, and that we will be meeting soon, and that she will be doing observations in my room. She'll also be doing observations of HG in his general education class. In addition, I will be doing observations of him, so that together between the two of us, it will be a great sounding board, so that the functional behavior assessment won't just be an intellectual exercise as a course requirement, but something that will be proved to be extremely valuable. Once again, this is Tom Perloff, and this is my video discussion number 3.